Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? It's been a little bit since I've been here, and I apologize. It's been a little while. We've been promoting so many things over at Orange Cone, doing so many things that it's been wild. I've been in other people's shows, but I haven't done one of my own. We started the new podcast network that Todd and I did. If you haven't created, check it out. Comic Book Level Up. Did the first interview with Charlie Stickney, which is great. But tonight, we're going to close out Holiday Spirits Volume 2. Randy Bragdon. Hey, Randy, how are you? Tonight, we're going to close out this wonderful thing. If you are a creator and you have something to promote, come on in. It's not just all about us, but it's going to be mostly about Holiday Spirits. That's why it says Holiday Spirits Volume 2 right there in the corner. It's changed. Let me move that. Good to see you. I have two special guests with us tonight, which are great. Two wonderful creators. One is the second man, the other man in charge of Orange Cone Productions. If you need anything, he is the dude, and that is Jerome. How are you, brother?
I'm good.
Good.
You're excited about the campaign?
Man in the Heather's is the woman, and she's in charge because everyone knows, women are better at everything than men are for the most part.
Of course. We need a woman in the team to bring us together.
Bring us together, right? Though she gave you a lot of work over the weekend, so you're probably not friends with her.
Yeah, apparently, but I haven't looked at it yet. So
just ignore it and pretend it's not there, right? And it's fine.
Yeah. It's not there until it is.
Comics by the Bay is saying hi. Trista says hi. Heather's the better half anyway. She is the better half. That is true. That is not arguable. That is not something we are debating, Jerome or myself.
She's the better half because we're sharing half.
Yeah, and I think we both agree we like Heather better than we like each other. Like I think Jerome likes Heather more than he likes me. I obviously married Heather, so
I think I can safely say that you like her a little better than me.
Right.
And then otherwise it would be weird.
we have my second my artist for Holiday Spirits here on the line with us. Don, how are you, brother?
All right, how you guys doing?
Good.
We are good. We have a very important task tonight, gentlemen. One, I at some point got to create a graphic and update the Kickstarter before we in 60 minutes before we're done. So I'll have to do that in a minute. The second thing is we've got ourselves in a little pickle here, Don.
We do?
Yeah. Look at this. Some jerkwad, I don't know which one, has left us under 10K. Look at that. We are so close to 10K, and that's with 47 minutes left to go. That's just, it's unacceptable, really.
Come on, people. It's just $26. Just get any cover, and that'll cover us.
Right.
Yeah,
one more person to get the book gets
actually,
us.
It would be great to have like 5 person just pitch $5, and we get to 275 backers.
275. Yeah, we'd like that.
One should make 6, so or be good.
We'd like that. But yeah, so that's one of the goals for tonight is to do that. But it's been a great campaign thus far. It's been a little crazy, as everyone knows who's in the know for Kickstarter, that Kickstarter's been a little slow lately. It's been a little wild. So we're trying to, get everyone out, get everyone motivated, get them excited. And there's a lot of great stuff on Kickstarter right now. There's so many good products on Kickstarter. So it's wild.
And you know what? It's definitely tough, especially during the holiday seasons. We all know that winter is not the best time for crowdfunding and campaigning.
Sure.
But we do appreciate everybody who's come on board to help us get close to that number. So like I said, that's literally one physical copy away from hitting 10K, right?
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. If you guys are in the comments, make sure you leave a comment so we know that you're here. Etienne is here. Hey, Etienne, how are you?
Etienne, Trista, and
Right.
Randy. Wow.
Etienne, first off, I have one copy of your book. I got an extra copy for you. It's not in the greatest condition, though. It was messed up on the rack, and since they were sold out, but I have one for you. And I have them have a second copy of every subsequent issue coming out. So I'll make sure I send it when I send packages to Jay.
Cool.
So that is that. The second thing at the end is, can you convince I should send him some Orange Cone stuff? He has not got a package from us this year. And he's like, no, it's cool. Just keep waiting. Can you tell him he deserves his comps and his copies and all that good stuff?
Sure. We'll get everything to him. I'm gonna see him actually end of January at Montreal's Mini Comic Con.
Oh, nice.
Ah, okay.
That's usually they
Blake's
do that.
buzz is going up.
Oh,
What's
Blake's
up,
there.
Blake?
Yeah, usually Montreal they do a mini Comic Con before the holidays. It would actually supposed to be next weekend, but Congress Center is occupied fully occupied that weekend apparently this year. So they decided to move it to end of January. So it will give us time to maybe have the books ready if we get them in time.
Ooh. And has everybody in the comment section already seen the awesome looking covers?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go through the whole book. In fact, I even have
All right.
the first ones right here. Check this out. Look at these. Remember these beautiful covers from number 1?
Oh, that Hal Halverson cover, man. I love that.
Right?
Cover so
Yeah.
And then
I mean, these are probably my two favorite. Probably some of the best covers that Orange Cone has. Really, and I'm not exaggerating. I think so.
And the red on the Krampus one is like is so vibrant.
Yeah. And it's so crazy when you look at cover A and B. When we're going to go over cover A and B for number 2, they look so different. And again, I always show this off. Don, this is my favorite panel.
yes, I love that panel.
I love one of the things I love about your art when you submit it. He doesn't do the coloring. Somebody else comes in and does the coloring for him, but he'll draw in the red. He'll be like, I want you to mess up the red. That's very important. I got you.
Yeah. He makes sure that the blood is there.
Just, I want it spread everywhere.
Right. Sure.
Surely, yeah. Just
I
you
got
gotta
you.
sop it up.
Yeah, no, it's good times. It's good times. So yeah, let's look over the campaign. Take a quick look at it with people. I see a lot of people watching. Send some love, give some likes, shares, all that stuff. Let us know. Again, we only need one backer, one physical backer, to get us to where we need to go. So Jerome, I'm going to bring it up for a second, but can you tell us the origins of this? Can you talk to us about what we're seeing?
The origin of Holiday Spirits is quite simple. We were doing another anthology that some have heard of already, called Cthulhu Invades Oz. We were finishing the book. The campaign went in the fall. We were finishing the book and putting the final touch, proofing and everything on it, and it was during the holidays, vacations. So I thought maybe there's something to do there with the Christmas theme horror stories, and the name came right instantly, and I thought that the name was good, and I contacted a few of our friends creators, and they all jumped in. So that's as simple as that.
Yeah, no.
That first book was a doozy.
Oh, someone back. Thank you, whoever back.
Yeah.
That helps us a little closer.
We're getting
Closer.
closer.
We
And
appreciate that.
the first volume, the first volume, it was actually, Travis, it was your idea to build it as the Christmas Carol with the three ghosts of Christmas, because I wanted to have like a gatekeeper, as in
Crypt keeper, not gatekeeper.
Crypt keeper, yeah.
No
Yeah, sorry,
gatekeeping.
not the same thing at all.
Oh my god, we should make a comic with a character called the Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
And all
Maybe
the
there's something there.
all the stories are blacked out, but maybe you can like see him with a 3D glasses or something.
Yeah.
Maybe. So yeah, instead of the crypt keeper, Travis, you had the idea to bring in the Ghost of Christmas from Christmas Carol, and it was like a great idea, perfect idea actually. And the ghosts are visiting this character on death row, and they're trying to teach him a lesson or two about Christmas. And yeah, and on the volume 2 we decided to you had the idea to continue with the with that killer Marley who dresses up as Krampus, and was you or Heather that suggested to do the trial as in Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, Heather. It was Heather's idea for Miracle on 31st Street, but the negative of that is I don't really know Miracle on 31st Street very well, so I'm not sure it's going to adapt very well. Had you know it well, Dawn? You wrote it. I don't think it feels like Miracle at all.
It's very, very loosely based. It's inspired by.
Oh, well, anyways, it's a trial about something happening in the holidays, so it's loosely inspired, but
loosely inspired.
But yeah, the foundation of the idea is that one, and as we go through the book, we have the lawyer. It is the lawyer, I guess, who's building his cause, and is how do you say that? I'm not good with legal terms.
Building her case.
Building her case on some of the horror stories that we see in the book. So that's what ties the book together in volume 2.
I just want to take a moment to say thanks to Tim. He just said he was the person who backed it. I wouldn't say it's too late at all. We got 38 minutes, so that's a great time for
Tim's amazing, great supporter of us in the community. Tim, we always need art. So if you, in fact, do you have any Christmas art, Tim? If you have any Christmas art, because you're the type of guy who may, that's kind of horror themed. Let me know. We need some stuff. We need some pieces. So, but let's go through some of these stuff and check it out, and look at what we got here. All right. So we just unlocked the Yule Horror stretch goal. So that was our $9,000 stretch goal. We do have a $10,000 stretch goal. We haven't announced it yet, but I think we're gonna do a magnet. We're not gonna tell you what it is, but we're gonna do a magnet, and it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be cool.
Ooh.
It's gonna be dope, and you can't even imagine.
It can be a surprise. It can be a gift if we reach 10K. We can add a Christmas gift.
Yeah, we'll announce it at 10K. And again, if we get 4 more backers, you get another digital comic. So I'm going to put another digital comic before the end of in the next 30 minutes. I'll have 250 up, and I'll make 275 at the same time. I just got to get to it in a minute. So here's the 3 covers. We got a Holiday Spirits Volume 2, the main, what we call, what is it called? The Death Eater cover. Is that what it's called? Death Keeper? I can't think of the name of what that piece is called.
I'm not sure. How did we call it?
No, it's that one. That one has a name like the homage that it's based off of.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not good with that.
You're good. Don, do you happen to know that it's Death Dealer or something?
It might be Death Dealer.
Yeah, I think it's Death Dealer. It's a homage of that. Tim says I can put some together. Well, Tim, we need some horror pinups. So if you want to put together one, but you only got like a week. So
oh my God. Wow.
But if you got some time, you want to do a quick pinup, we'd love to have it. Holiday Spirits number 2 is our Dr. Seuss cover, which is very, very cool. Dr. Seuss Ahmed. Which I think is great. And then our third one is, based on the cover, is our Holiday Spirits, which has a cameo by the Holiday Spirits, because they did not make an appearance for this one, but we'll fix that to the next one, because I know Dawn is looking to draw them again. So we'll make sure that they're, So did I tell you?
They will appear as a pinup, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Oh, did I tell you, Don, the plan for Volume 3 for story wise?
No.
We're telling the story in reverse, so we're going to say how he became a killer.
Ooh.
And do kind of a Christmas story-ish thing, and do like some of the Christmas story things.
Are we gonna take it back to when he was a little kid?
Oh yeah. We're gonna take it all the way back.
Nice.
Which could be a good visit from the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yeah, that would be a great visit. We'll just lead it off that way.
So we've
I'm
got
excited.
Could be a narration.
But we've got a great story, if you read it backwards from forward. Johnny, how are you? Johnny, I haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you. Wendy, good. Thank you. We're very proud of this campaign. Thank you for all your support. And then we got these. What's up?
Where's Don?
I don't know. He'll come back.
He disappeared. We talked about ghost, and he got frightened.
Were you visited by a ghost of Christmas, past, present, or future in that little visit?
Yeah, I got bounced off by the Ghost of Christmas Future, I think, in terms of the future of my internet connection.
So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun, this whole campaign, doing this and getting everything together, which I love. I love all the hard work of everybody who's been part of it. But yeah, so right here we have a couple of different covers, which is cool. We have you can get pick two covers to just volume 2, or you could pick a volume 1 and 2, so you get the cover A of both of them, which is pretty cool. And how many more pages is Holiday Spirits volume 2? We did go a little bit bigger, not crazy bigger, but bigger.
Well, I think there is at least 24 pages more.
Okay. So like another
maybe a little more than that, because we have at least 3 more stories than the first one, and the stories are quite long. They're mostly 10 pages. So,
and we just hit the 9K stretch, which added a few more pages, right?
Yeah, that was a
that's
story.
A 4-page story.
Yeah. Okay.
And
hello, Johnny. Hi, Wendy.
So our 10K goal, by the way, we'll do. Dawn, do you think we should give this? I think people love this Holiday Spirit cover, this volume 2, Dr. Seuss. Do you think that would be a good?
Seuss, that would be amazing.
Do you think we should cut? Do you think we should do the cover or cut him out? Cut the little Krampus out.
I love the whole cover, actually, as like the effect of it is. I think it brings it out once you have the whole cover. You get that whole idea.
I don't know about you, Jerome, but I have all of our covers on our fridge, like on the cover magnets that we've done. Okay. So I don't know about you, but I have that. I'm very proud of it.
I don't know. I don't know what what's the most popular and for those things. Is it the straight cover or a die cuts or?
Yeah. I mean, we've done both. Like we just did the Voodoo Nations one, which is pretty cool. This is the Voodoo Nations one.
Oh, yeah, I think it depends on the image. For that cover, like the font and the title gives it so much more context.
Yeah.
To the Dr. Seuss homage, but yeah, like that Guns N' Roses Voodoo design, Voodoo Nations design is so good.
Yeah.
That was a good one. All right. So first off, for creators, we got the Vineyard himself over there killing it on Aftershock, Brian Hawkins. What a great grab, huh?
Yeah.
And actually, we were just on an interview with him the other day, and I have been inspired ever since. Like he talked about Scream so much that I've been on a Scream kick. I'm actually this close to getting Paramount Plus to watch it, because paying for it again is better than opening up my DVD rack and trying to find Screams.
I still got to watch the last 2.
Oh, the last 2 are good, really, really good. Four and the new Scream reboot are very, very good.
Actually, okay. I was lately. I was watching lots of horror movies, which I don't really watch usually, but like past 3 months, I've been watching almost just horror movies, and after that stream with Brian, I realized that I've never seen a Scream movie.
What?
I've seen like the first half maybe of the first one. I know the famous scene with Drew Barrymore, but I don't know anything about those.
So, it's such a fun series.
That is absolutely nuts. Yeah. And I don't even think you need to like horror to like Scream. I think because Scream is so unique.
Yeah.
Because it's making commentary on horror movies. So I think I think the more you appreciate the rest of horror, the more you appreciate Scream.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. The next up, sorry, I'm jumping around, making graphic, is All Good Children. We got Stony Williams from Villainous on here, and the Voodoo Nations artist on here, the new Voodoo Nations artist. And I think this story is super creepy, and it's based off a real folklore, not folklore.
Yeah.
Folklore is the legend of my appetite.
About the Yule Cat, and I don't know the name of the lady, but the lady and the cat from Eastern Europe.
Yeah, and she basically her stick is she takes care of bad children, right? She murders them if they're bad.
Yeah. I was thinking because those are not. I haven't done anything bad in that story. She just murders them.
Well, so maybe she's having an off day.
Yeah. They may have said no to their parents, and I think that's maybe enough.
Well, we didn't say how bad, just that they're bad.
True.
The next one we've got here is we've got Kurt Belcher producing some art, and with Matt and Steph, which are great supporters of Orange Cone. They've been around a long time, doing a lot of cool stuff.
Heirs of Isildur.
What's that?
Heirs of Isildur, right?
Isildur, yeah. Great people doing some cool stuff, and I like that they came along and did this little project for us, which is great. And it's cool to have. We have you go Brian Hawkins' story, you go mine. We have several slasher stories in this, which I think is cool. Because they're all told in very different ways and done some cool stuff.
I was worried about that for a little bit because I didn't want to have too many types of the same stories, but they're so different that it works well, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see the next one. So I'm doing some Photoshop in the background. Folklore is amazing as well. Thanks, Comics by the Bay. Letters to Santa, John Durgan. So John was one of the ones that I recommended. He wrote a book called Yule last year. He's out of New Hampshire. Him and Joel Van Patten, they're both part of Vivid. Is that there? Livid, yeah. Livid Studios. So they did this really, really cool story, which I think John's a really good writer. And I think that you can tell in this story, like, you want more information about this family and about everything, which I think is what you want from a short story.
And he also writes novels.
Right.
Are working really great on Amazon right now.
Yeah, no, he's been, I think he just got his, he's on one of the top 10 lists of Amazon or something.
Nice.
So he's doing great. He's killing it.
That is not easy, man, to like break into that number. Think about all the people you have to go up against. We're talking thousands. Yeah, that's nuts.
And then we've got this wonderful, wonderful ditty right here. This is our first Hanukkah story, Eighth Night.
Oh, nice.
Hold on, we have a visitor. Let's look at who we've got. We've got Russ. How are you, man?
Hey,
how you guys doing?
All right, how are you?
Not too bad.
Like the shirt?
Humbug, Travis, humbug. I don't think humbug suits you.
Well, we're because it's closing night of our Kickstarter Holiday Spirits.
I see.
I'm the negative guy, and Hollywood J. Don doesn't play because he wants to make sure people find him. Hence the whole backdrop. He's like, look, I got to sell. I don't have time to mess around with you guys.
I didn't even notice that until right now, actually.
That's funny.
We're doing a thing and you're not participating. That's fine. It's fine.
We're the bottom row. We haven't changed our names yet. I don't know where you change your name.
When you sign in.
Oh, yeah. See, I'd have to sign back out.
Right. You don't want to do that?
No, just wait till my internet kicks me off again.
I think you can click the logo and like to the right next. So Russ, you've got some stuff that you want to talk about tonight. You got some stuff you got to promote, right? You're always doing Kickstarters because you not only are you a creator, you also this one of your jobs is helping people do Kickstarters, right? Kickstarters and Indiegogo's.
Yeah, so I'm an IT guy by day, and then on the side I set up crowdfunding different crowdfunding campaigns for various indie creators, from Marat Michaels. I do backer kits for Dan Mendoza, who does Zombie Tramp. Just Dustin Burnell, just tons of people. I've done work for all kinds of people.
Yeah.
Anywhere from $800 campaign up to $150K. I mean, all over the place. So learned a lot of stuff along the way. I mean, I've done probably close to, if I haven't hit 40, I'll hit 40 by the end of the year. So
that's wild.
That is wild.
But I'm supposed to start doing Billy Tucci's backer kits as well.
Wow.
And
Nice.
yeah, so we'll see how that works out.
Done. Gambit. Gambit. All right. So we're gonna keep going over. You if you have some campaigns, if you want to send me some private chats, and we'll go over.
Yeah, I have one for our second book.
Okay.
But yeah, you go. You've got 24 minutes to go. So
yeah. But go ahead and send me in the private chat so we can get to you
for sure.
talk about it. Absolutely. All right. So we got our first Hanukkah story, which is great. Tom Rivid wrote a beautiful comic story, and I love this art. I love art that's wild, that you have to stare at for a little bit. You get something out of it each time. So this art was super fun for me when I checked it out. In fact, let's go at the top, see if we've got our goal yet. Guys, come on.
20 minutes.
A little bit. We got 23 minutes to raise $20 basically. Actually $14. We don't even need to raise $20 to get to that 10K. And it's a cool club to be in the 10K club. So make sure you back.
Two digital backers and we're there.
2 digital.
Yeah, I mean, just over 100 campaigns have hit 10K on Kickstarter.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, just over 1,000. Just went over 1,000, I believe. Out of 23,000 total comic-related campaigns.
Yeah, it's not a lot. So if you guys are watching this, share it out. If you haven't backed or you want to up your pledge a little bit, please. Now is the time. We'd love to hit that. We got 22 minutes to do so, and I think we can do it. I believe that we can.
Of course we can.
All right, so let's go back down. All right, my photo software is working odd as well, so I'm not getting my thing up. All right, so the next one we've got is 12 Days of Krampus. Dawn, I'm going to let you talk about this one. Maybe you know a little bit about it.
I know just a wee bit about it, seeing as I'm the artist on it, but you're the writer. This is a story we were talking about a little bit earlier that is loosely inspired by Miracle on 34th Street, where we are in a trial, the trial of the holidays or the century. And it places itself squarely on the Krampus killer, our character from the previous book, and trying to, I guess, not prove his existence, but prove his lawyer is trying to make the case for the fact that he was not involved in these horrific murders, but he really just is so proud of his work.
Right. Yeah. So the defense, their goal here is they think that that he can he can get off by saying that, hey, everything, all these other stories were all fake or not proven or stuff, and they all had bodies or something involved, and they don't have any bodies. So it's kind of the logic here. So it's pretty cool.
It is really gruesome. I think this is like you really went for it with this story.
Phil, we're talking about holiday spirits right now. We're wrapping up our campaign. We are $14 away from our $10,000 goal.
Actually, we're not anymore.
We're over.
What happened? What the hell happened?
Yeah, I figured I'd help you guys out, and then
thanks, Gus.
it seems like someone else beat me to it, and I'm like, dang it, I wanted to be the one.
Yeah,
and now you're pulling your pledge so you could be the one. You're gonna wait.
But now we need 2 more to get to 275.
275. Yeah. 19 minutes to go. But yeah, we made it. Thank you guys for that. We appreciate that. Oh, you guys can't even see it right now. Let me show you. Yay! Look at that. Hit 10K.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So those magnets are a go. I just want to say I stole Blake's idea. Go with Cold Winter. Philip Charles, what's going on, dude?
Now, yeah, if you don't know Philip Charles, he's a great guy and supporter of anthologies and horror anthologies to bat. So he's a great guy. In fact, I have to message him about his Cthulhu story. He doesn't have a Cthulhu story yet, but I thought of one for him today. So we've got to get that going, which is pretty cool.
And
Nice.
he's gonna write another story for. He did a story last summer for our Holiday Spirits Christmas in July special,
Which you can get on this campaign.
You can get it right there, right here. And I've decided that I'm gonna do a new one, and Philip is gonna do a follow-up to his story.
Nice.
That should be great. So Reshy, little you married gentleman, is Adam Barnhart, and his creator for Moonspawn, and Rollins, who's been our colorist lately. He's been doing a lot of things for Orange Cone, does Coins of Judas and all bunch of stuff. This is a wild story that I don't even know what happened in it. You kind of read it and you're like, oh, that's wild.
I love his color palettes.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. He does some really cool stuff.
No, it's a really good story, and that's that song is actually one of my favorite Christmas songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you guys guess what my favorite Christmas song is? And I want to hear everybody's.
Oh, I know which one it is.
It's not Rudolph. What do you think it is?
No, I do know. I know
what is it?
It's Little Drummer Boy.
Wow, you do know. Look at that.
I know you.
What were you gonna say?
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That is a good one. And then my wife Heather wrote this ridiculous story called Black Friday, which
it's awesome.
I wish that we could show more pages of Heather's story to kind of explain what's happening. Because this doesn't really give it gives you an idea of what's happening, but it does not give you dust. And there is, we will say, there is a monster in that story.
I feel like the hair kind of says it all, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the scooter's giving me PTSD from like Disney.
Yeah, but there's more than that.
You see it coming. I mean, it literally is coming right there at you on the page.
You think,
And then Gift Rock, we got Matthew Wilden from Free Hands, which I loved Free Hands, which is really good. And has he done anything else besides that? Free Hands? I don't know if he has.
Richard Kemp is on that too.
Right, yeah, Mr. Kemp, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And look at this panel, this murderous panel at the bottom right. So good. More people should be hit with rocks in comics because that's a good effect. So that's a big thing for me in next year is to have more people get hit with rocks because that panel's dope.
I feel like we had a lot of people get hit by a lot of things in the Krampus Killer story.
It's true. Next time it's going to be really interesting. Next time I have to murder people at a comic to find something original because I used a lot of my ideas on that. My dear lady,
Matthew, I couldn't remember the name, but he did a story at the Source Point Press that was called Nightmare Man.
Matthew Walding?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's a Source Point guy. Okay. All right, we got My Dear Lady here by David Galliano, Savage Bastards, and Brian Lee Sang. Brian is a fantastic talent who came out of nowhere. In fact, the other day, the dude messages me on Instagram and says, "Hey, man, thank you for having me in Holiday Spirits." And my first instinct was like, you're not in Holiday Spirits. I don't know who the hell you are. And then second, I see his art, and he had sent me art years ago. We had planned on doing something. I never got around to getting back to him. And the dude is local, so I'm an extra asshole. Like, he's a local artist here in my hometown, and I have not used his brilliant art because look at his facial expression.
Shout out to Brian if you get a chance to check out his series God Lore.
So good. So good. And we're not even showing, like, there's a really cool panel that I really wanted to show of the Dear Lady, but I felt like it spoiled things.
The splash page?
Yeah.
That page is so good. So
this shows that we've done a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, we've done Cthulhu, Grand Theft Punk 2 in Holiday Spirit. So we did 6 campaigns this year. How crazy is that? That's wild. It's been a crazy year. We've had a lot of fun with that. And then, Jerome, can you private message me a page from the $9,000 stretch goal?
Yeah.
That'd be great. So let's show that. And again, we got 13 minutes to go. We're at 10:31 here.
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13 minutes, and we'd like 2 more backers to get us to the 275 because that unlocks 1 more digital stretch goal.
Oh, really? Oh, come on. $1. Who's got $1? Wait, what's the smallest digital package that we got?
Well, you could spend $1, you'll get it because at any level. So you are correct. We just need 2 people to spend $1.
Oh my God, 2 people, $1. Come on, someone jump in.
It's not right. It's not right.
Although we would also appreciate if there are 2 people that would like to drop $1,000. Feel free.
Right. Anywhere in between. Russ would also like you to hold a little money for his campaign that's coming in a minute if you could.
Drop the link.
Spend it all here.
But I'm looking at it, not to spoil what's coming up, but it looks like it is it's a crowdfunder. You're using the new platform. How are you liking it so far?
It's different. I mean, I think it's superior in every way to every other platform. Except for the fact that it's 2 months old.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
So I mean, I have seen campaigns over there go over 10K, and the numbers are a little misleading because you know how Kickstarter, their goal includes your shipping and everything and the percentage that they take. They show everything, right? It's fluff. Crowdfunder, the amount that you see over there does not include their fee or the shipping.
Oh, okay.
So a campaign that you see as making 10K over there, probably according to Kickstarter would have made like 15. Right. So I've told them, I've worked with them since they started up. Actually, before they started up, I've been talking to them and had them put in certain things. Like one of the biggest things that they put in that I recommended was so they have variants. So like cover A, you have a drop down and you can have trade dress, virgin, foil, metal, all under cover A. So it doesn't have, so it really shrinks your tiers, right? It makes it more streamlined.
Yeah.
But what I worked with them on is having variant pricing so that if I select that metal cover, it adds $35 to the base, $20 price.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah. It's definitely I am not even 2 weeks in, and I get my money as people back. So as people back, it collects their shipping address, and when they pay, I get my money. I'm not waiting 6 weeks after to get 2 weeks after the campaign ends to get my money. I get my money right away.
So it's not all or nothing funding?
It's all or nothing.
Oh, it is all or nothing. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, if you pick all or nothing, then they send you the money right away. You can choose to wait until you hit your goal before you get the money. But even if you hit your goal 2 weeks in, then you start everybody that pledges after that, you get the money.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So
the other
Abby
big
is
thing,
here. Hold on 1 second.
Hi, Abby.
Abby has joined us.
Hi.
Abby wants to celebrate with Orange Cone. She is a huge Dawson's Creek fan, as I've been learning, which is great. I'm excited that she's participating in the Orange Cone Discord to talk about Dawson's Creek, aka Firefly.
Yeah, yeah. So I didn't want to like interrupt everybody's like important stuff that was going on, but I did come in to talk about Firefly. So.
Right.
Nice.
Well, we will. We're going to talk about crowdfunding in a minute. We're going to talk about do you have your webcomic live yet, Abby?
It's not live yet. I think it's going live December 1st. I'm not sure. He sent us a whole thing on it.
So, all right, but we're going to talk about that a little bit.
So he's got a launch page. Hey, Andrew.
Yes, there's a watch page.
Nice.
Let me find it.
Andrew says, yo, what's up, Andrew? I think I owe you something. I'm so sorry. You messaged me and asked for something, and I don't think I've done it. But I will do it because I said I would. Just haven't done it yet. But we are 8 minutes left to go on this campaign. Anything else we can say, guys?
And we need 2 more backers.
Two more backers.
I did update the picture for the 250.
Okay.
We have added No Contest, a book that I wrote. We added that. Cool. That was not one that we've given away before, so No Contest is added, which is pretty cool. Brand new book, so that's exciting.
Cool.
Oh, look at that. Just 2 more backers. $1. That's all you need. Just someone drop $1. Somebody who has not backed it. Come on, drop $1.
Awesome.
$1 or however you say it in whatever language I was speaking.
$1.
Oh, you have a Kickstarter live too. Oh, okay. All right. We'll talk about that. We're gonna let this campaign end and then we'll talk about other people's stuff. But
I've sent you the page for the 9K goal in the
yeah. Let's see that real quick. So we have a new page. This is one of the pages from the 9K goal, and it's pretty cool, man. Like it's so glad that you guys unlocked this because it would have been a shame if this art did not make it into the book. You guys see that good?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nice?
Oh wow.
Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. I can't open both at the same time. Is this zooming? No, it's not doing nothing.
That's like the reverse. You're like zooming out.
Right. But yeah, that's a cool page that I'm really excited about. In fact, actually, hold on 1 second. I will show you because we're here and we're talking about cool stuff. Let's talk about, because we funded, Jerome has greenlit Volume 3. Because Jerome's like, hey, I want to take, you already do Cthulhu once a year. I want to take another month to do another campaign to make sure that we cannot put out as few floppies as possible. Because that's what Jerome likes to do. Because, and I want to, aren't stressful at all, Jay.
No, not at all. And I want to sleep as less possible.
I love that you have a holiday one that helps interfere in my Christmas and Thanksgiving. Yeah. I'm a huge fan. Thank you.
It's awesome. Yeah. And, I haven't sent you the list of the people that agreed yet.
Oh my goodness. Do I hate you, buddy? Jerome, by the way, does not care whether or not I approve. He's just like, I'm doing it. Summer Glau is Bay. It says Blake.
Go on.
Disagree?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I just have things to say about Summer Glau. That's all.
You're ready to talk Firefly. You're just.
I am. You gave me a link to be here, so I assumed that was what I was talking about.
Right. So this is our again, really small. What if I open it somewhere else? Hold on.
If you download it.
Yeah. I wonder if I just open it as an image in another tab, it'll be okay. Let me see. So it's not in Facebook. Let me see. Let's do this. Stop sharing. And share again, and let's see if we can make it.
More backers.
We still need 2 more backers.
Yeah.
We got 6 minutes, guys.
Come on, 2 backers, $1. That's all you need.
Does that make it bigger? Or can
No.
you not see it? No. That's it.
I'll buy that for $1.
Well, that's what you get right now because that's what it is. But it looks cool.
Yeah.
It has
does
all
look
of our
cool.
spirits. I have no idea where you're going to put the logo, but that's your problem, Jerome.
Yep. Yep. That's my problem.
Because that person did not give you any room for said logo.
Real small,
Oh,
bottom
there's
left.
logo room there. I see it.
Bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bottom left.
Bottom
Figure it
corner.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, bottom corner.
All right. But let's show the campaign. We've got 5 minutes left, guys. We need your support. 2 more backers gets us another digital comic for everyone to enjoy. We hit 10K. We're over by 31. We got 4 minutes left to go before we see that fireworks.
Get up in there.
Jerome, can you tell us some of the people who were supposed to be in the book and weren't, or is that bad class who kind of had to back out who were hoping to get into the next one?
Well, yeah, there's actually they agreed to come back to the next one already.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So there's Anu Kazola, he's from Finland.
Okay.
He's known mostly for his horror books. So he wrote for Antarctic Press. He wrote for some of his stuff were published in the Heavy Metal.
Wow.
And what's the company there? He published at Caliber Comics, I think, as well. And there's a book that we worked together like 2 or 3 years ago that finally got picked up by Behemoth Comics. So that
Ooh.
will come out next year.
Nice.
So that's Hanu Kazola. There's also
And he was in volume 1, right? He did a small story in volume 1.
yeah, that was one of the stretch goals in volume
Yep.
1.
Oh.
And there's Kyron Silva and Danny Quick.
Oh, nice.
Danny wrote the script last year for the volume 2, but Kyron was going through some stuff and he had to back out. So, but I told him that he had his place for volume 3. I contacted him like last week, and he said, "Yeah, sure, I'll have time. I'll do it." So
Nice.
and there's a third person. I don't remember. There's a third person who had to back out. That is slipping my mind right now. But I can tell you that
Oh, thank you. We need 1 more backer, guys.
cool.
One more.
Is it Danny Calban?
Abby is shiny.
Oh, Daniel.
Daniel Calban is
Yeah,
gonna
Danny
be-
Calvin. Yeah, he's coming back for the next one. Yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna have another another Anuka story. And he
Oh,
told me
nice.
his idea, and he's got something very interesting.
Yeah, we like the Hanukkah. I want to get one of my goals for volume 3 is, and we're gonna find it. You know that the horse head like tradition, like in I think it's like in
Dracula?
France. Yeah, we haven't done a story about that, and that needs to be in this anthology.
Oh.
So I think that's a good one, and we need that in here. So
Oh, 275.
no,
Really?
90 seconds. Way to go, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody.
thank you so much. That gets us
We made
one more comic. I've got to update that now real quick as we're doing this. So you guys if you guys can talk for a minute about it, keep pitching, Don. Tell them why they need to back our Krampus story.
It's more than just a Krampus story. It is such a fun-filled book. I read the first volume last year, and I was just blown away. I'm so excited to see what is in store for this volume. I actually have not had a chance to check it out yet. So yeah, the first volume though, it was bonkers. And this one, just based on what Travis wrote alone, that's like, I can't believe he's having me draw all this murder. Just, he went A Christmas Carol on the book, but also 12 Days of Christmas in the story. So mash that idea up with Murder and Miracle on 34th Street, kind of reverse Flash style, and that's his story. So yeah, we appreciate you guys coming on board. If you are a fan of things like Tales from the Crypt, A Christmas Carol, just real Dickensian stuff, I believe you will love this book. And you might as well pick up the first volume while you're at it.
Right. If you don't have the first version, now is the time to get it.
Yeah.
The third person that was slipping my mind earlier is Robbie Bragdon.
Oh, Robbie.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
And
wanted to.
he writing it, right?
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, he wanted to try and write a story. Yeah. So, but he just didn't have enough time to draw it.
I
Yeah,
did
we
not
wanted
know
the-
that there was confetti.
Oh, are we done?
That was
Yeah,
cool.
I've never seen that before.
I missed in the last stretch goal thing. So me doing the art is not crazy. All right, so that's our ending, guys. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
You hit 275, which is great. We'll announce that in the background. But thank you guys so much for getting us to that. Giving us a little bit of buffer to help with the campaign. We appreciate each and every one of you. This campaign means the world to us. So thank you so much for all your support. We love you. We love everything we've got here, and we're happy to give you guys, the digital awards. That's the one thing I hate, like that you can't make an update to Kickstarter after it's done. Like I feel like you should be able to go, hey, you have 24 hours to do one change. I know that they're trying to make it so you can't like remove things. Like I promise this, and then like no record. Like I get it, but I don't know. I think they should have a little bit more trust on the people they have in the campaign.
Especially for a company that always delivers. That's the
Right.
best part. Yeah.
So, Ross,
Definitely.
it is your turn. We're going to talk about crowdfunder. It's really interesting.
Well, I'll tell you one of the other interesting things is that you can the actual model that you pay crowdfunder as a platform. There's 3 variations. They have a free model, a nearly free, and then the typical 5% like you would pay to Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And in the free model, they basically ask backers for donations. And the nearly free model, which is the one I picked, they basically, at the time of checkout, when the backer checks out, it tells them, okay, the cost of your transaction to the creator is X dollars. And it could be anywhere, whatever it is, $2 to $7, depending on how much money they spend, right? It's 5% of their pledge. And so far, I'm seeing, and they told me this, 75 to 80% of the backers pay that percentage for you as a creator. So basically, my effective, like when my campaign ends, what I actually have to pay crowdfunder is like 1%.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because the backers have all paid. They've basically covered their transaction cost, and so I mean that when you look at the goal amount or the amount that I've earned on the campaign, it's actually like this is what I get versus it doesn't have all of the fluff in it, basically.
Right.
So, and I mean, you guys know this as well too, right? When you do Kickstarter, Indiegogo, you really start to see towards the end of that campaign, you get a lot of backers that either lower their pet pledge or they back out, because basically, it's 30 days, right? It's almost like layaway. They pay all this money up front, and then by the time they get to the end of the campaign, they're like, crap, I don't have enough money in my bank. I got to lower the pledge, or something else has come along that they like better, and they drop your pledge, right? Well, this really makes them think about whether or not they want to back it, because they're being charged right up front, right at the time of pledge. Their card's being charged. You get their email, you get their shipping address, right? So there's no, I don't know, I can't. This person's not responding to me. I don't have their shipping address to ship them their stuff. There's no need for a survey, so you don't. When you're done, you don't have to go to BackerKit to do an elaborate survey or anything like that.
Sure.
There's no need for a survey. You got their shipping information. So,
well, do they have add-ons after the fact? That's the purpose.
No, there's no reason add on anything because you can put everything here.
Well, I mean, the goal is, things may take a little bit. That's kind of the Indiegogo model, and the backer kit model is things may take a little bit. Let's try to, allow extra funds to be raised.
So what this actually does is, you know how you can go to in Indiegogo, you can do that. You can turn it to a store or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, this you can turn into a perpetual store.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Once this ends, you can turn it to a store, and so you technically. Like, I'm actually debating not even doing Charms 3 or 4 as a separate campaign and just adding the books to this store once it's done.
Right.
Nice.
But yeah, so as you can see, so our book is basically, I had an idea, and it was basically, my vision was a girl who inherits a bracelet, and she can bring, basically throw the animal charms or bring the animals to life. So it's I told my wife about it. I actually talked to an editor first to see his thoughts, and he basically said, if you can come up with a good story, it's not something that's been done before. So I talked to my wife about it, and my wife is she's a director of behavioral health, so she's a therapist, and she had all these ideas, and I'm like, well, why don't you write it? And she's like, no, that's not a thing. But anyways, I'm like, but you have all these ideas. I'm like, so why not? So she's like, all right. So I talked her into it. So she wrote book 1. And I hired an artist out of Columbus, Ohio. I'm in Ohio. His name's Nate Lovett. He has a I call it serious cartoon.
Yeah, I like it.
He just actually finished a golden book for the 80s version of Dungeons and Dragons.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I thought his art style matched with the story that we were putting together. So, but basically, yeah. So this girl's going to inherit a charm bracelet, and she can throw the charms. She's got 2 buddies. They're typical 15, 16-year-old teenagers. My wife is putting all kinds. It's a Teen Plus book. She's putting all kinds of scenarios in there that typical teens deal with on a daily basis. In the first book, they dealt with bullies. They'll deal with family loss and all kinds of stuff like that. It's depression. So it's definitely a Teen Plus, but we want to make it fun for adults as well. So if you scroll up, one of the things, I'm an IT guy. I've been in IT for over 20 years, and right above you're going to see a little video.
The ones that test.
Yeah, if you scroll up right above the pages here.
Right here?
Right there. Okay, so this video, just to show you, that is one of our characters. That's the main character.
Can I play it? Is there no sound? Is there sound problems?
I believe you can play it.
Okay. Let's do it.
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and some of you may know me from the comic book Charms. I would describe Charms as a mix between Harry Potter and Pokemon. Lots of magic and animals. If you missed out on issue 1, don't worry. When we launch our campaign for issue 2, you'll be able to catch up. I really think that if you support our comic, you'll be happy with the story and art, as well as the awesome covers. I'll swing by and visit again soon.
So basically what this is, that is one of our, it's called a puppet, and it's from Adobe, Adobe Character Designer, Character Animator. I had basically a graphic artist create a puppet. And if you guys have an iPhone and you've ever used your Animoji, where it uses your camera on your phone to mimic your face movements, that's exactly what that puppet's doing. So that was my daughter reading some lines that we wrote. And so what we're going to do in the book is we're going to put QR codes throughout the pages of the book. And when the reader scans the QR code, they'll be taken to a video that I've uploaded to YouTube. And it'll be the character describing something that happened on that page. It could be, an argument they had with their parents. It could be just, explaining an experience that they had, something to that effect. And I'm hoping it kind of takes off because it can really lead to a lot more. I mean, you could have a QR code that basically takes you to a flashback scene, like an animated comic flashback scene. I've heard someone talk about using the QR code to take you to just a different page that maybe contains nudity. That the physical copy that you have is PG-13, but for like an adult-rated book, scanning the QR code would take you to the adult page, if you wanted to see that version. So that, it opens the doors to doing a lot of different things.
Well, Marvel did it a little bit. They had AR. They did it for a few years, and it was really good and useful. Like if you don't know the character on the page, you could scan, the QR code on that page, and it'd tell you who the characters are on that page and what their background and history was. It was really good for crossovers.
Who did that?
Marvel. It's called the Augment Reality. They did it for a few years. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, really? I had not heard that. I saw it a couple years ago to show someone did a book that was from overseas in Europe, and it was a zombie book, and basically it was augmented reality. Basically, you hold your phone over the page, and the zombie looked like it was coming out at you, which I think is really cool. But I just wanted to take it a little bit further and basically have the characters talk to the reader.
Marvel did it a few years ago. I can try to remember. I think it's the Secret Wars, the Jonathan Hickman run. If you grab any of those issues, they'll have it in there where you scan the codes and stuff.
Interesting. It's
but they gave up on it and just had the normal QR codes.
It's expensive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, augmented reality. I mean, what I'm doing would be cheaper than augmented reality because once you have the puppet created, you can just basically read anything into the camera and make new videos as much as you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, the covers. I've
know how to get a cover, man. Like these covers are fantastic. They're very trendy. They're the right artists. You did really good. They're so good. Like all these covers.
Nick Tourist over there. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then you've got the, friggin' I Hate Fairyland, kind of homage. You've got the, and you've got the right names for the direct market. Like Nicholas Tola is really big in our Kickstarter scene, but not huge outside. And then to offset that, you got Ryan Kincaid up here somewhere, right?
Yeah. So if you scroll right there, so the middle top is the Shannon Mayer cover.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Kincaid is a buddy. But he's known for artists get pigeonholed right into roles. So Ryan is known for doing his sexy covers. So I had to go way outside the box with an idea to say, hey, I want you to do a cover for me, but it can't. They're 15 and 16. So we went with the Calvin and Hobbes homage, which did pretty well. The Shannon Mayer book obviously crushed it.
Yeah.
Shannon,
that's a novel, right? If you were buying Charms, a novel, that would be one of the covers.
Yeah. I've had numerous people tell me they see it, when they look at the pages. I think Nate's art helps with that. They can see it as an animated, like a cartoon or an animated show. I think his art helps with that a lot. But yeah, no, it's definitely a lot of fun. I've been working on these Kickstarters and helping people. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. A lot of people don't know. I resize pages for printing. I build digital files for printing. I trade dress books. I started coloring. I've colored over 450 sequential pages. I've colored like over 80 indie covers. But I've
colored one for me.
Lettered tons of books. Yeah, lettered tons of books. Kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. Definitely master of none. I stress that. But I ordered Dan Mendoza's books now from the print shop. So a lot of different things. I'm actually, I like Crowdfunder. I believe that platform, just the way that they've interacted with me and other creators, it shows me that they care more. I told Kickstarter all these awesome things that they could do to help new creators.
Sure.
When we look at it, there's still 36% of new creators that go to Kickstarter that fail. And it's like, that's 36 is a very large number. Right. And there's some things that they could really do that were so simple that they won't do because they're complacent. Because you've got, I've got this guy making 400K, this guy making 200K. There's no problem. There is a problem. Those guys have been doing this for 10 years.
Sure.
And if you just do something like rearrange the comic page so that it's based on genre, so that it looks like Netflix. That's what people are used to seeing, a Netflix Disney Plus layout. And if I could see horror, comedy, adult, that would get more eyes on all of the horror books at one time instead of somebody having to sift down through 270 live projects to get to the horror story all the way at the very bottom. They're not going to get there. They get bored.
Right.
So it's just little things like that would really help.
Sure.
Yeah. I think crowdfunder is for creators by creators, because I know Dave Baker is involved. So shout out to him and Nicole Gu. And it really seems that they do care a lot over there. So it's always great to see.
It's just trying to get creators to go over there, even with like off books, that they've done these 4 issues and they're going to do a trade. Okay, do the trade over on Crowdfunder to try to get some of your backers to go over there. Right. The more backers that go over there, the more it's going to help everybody and help that platform grow. But
it's tough. I was going to say David Byrne was going to come on, but he's decided that he's going to give up on his backer kit. He switched over to backer kit. He normally makes $10K plus on Kickstarter. Tried backer kit. He's at $3,000. Can't seem to get it to go.
It's hard, and backer kit is huge. I mean, everybody does backer kit.
Yeah, backer kit has all the emails. They have all the people. I'm like,
but it's complex. Right. People have me do their backer kit because I'm an IT guy. That it's just not user friendly. But the good thing, I've been talking with Comics Wellspring. I don't know if you guys have used Comics Wellspring. They're a big printer out of Michigan.
Yeah, I use them sometimes.
Yeah.
And I actually introduced their chief marketing guy to the guy that runs Crowdfunder. And what I'm trying to do is to create a partnership there, right? And they've already spoken, and I think that that's going to happen at some point. So basically, if you run your campaign on Crowdfunder and you print with Comics Wellspring, you're going to get a discount printing your books.
Sure.
And I think that I think they told me that there are over 50,000 creators that are printing with Comics Wellspring, and that would really, that would be an awesome relationship to build on, to get some of those creators to do Crowdfunder and to bring those backers over.
So let's switch from you for just a second.
A second.
And talk about what the hell is this, Abby? What are you working on? You only do Orange Cone anthologies, so I'm a little confused.
I'm sorry. Did I miss a notification that there was an Orange Cone thing going on that I was able to get into?
Ouch.
All right, there is. I got a pitch for you.
Because I get your emails like every day. But none of them are like, hey, Abby, we need an artist for this story. So.
Hey, shout out to Dan Barlow down there.
We're still in the pin-ups for all of this.
Congratulations and loves the Kickstarter idea. And that was both to you, Russ.
Well, thank you.
So what is this? A Might, Magic, and Monster-in-Laws?
Yeah, I needed an off-season Cthulhu project.
Okay.
To get into. So I got to work with Ludi Sexton from Warden Comics. Okay. Wrote up a script in like record time and sent it to me, and I was like, yes, I'm in. So we have a 10-page, I don't remember. It was just like a blur of I was laughing the entire time I was working on it. Page in this one. And then I believe that there's 19 other stories, different creators and teams going in on this. And Alan has just done such like a great job, like putting it together and he did a lot of the cover stuff, and he sent us out all of the numbers and everything like beforehand. And obviously like the whole thing looks beautiful. So the pledges are going to start at 10 for the digital and 24 for the physical. Nice. So good numbers there. But yeah, it was just it was a fun little Monsters anthology. He sent out the call a couple months ago, and we just jumped on it really quick. So it's gonna be it's fun. So
What's your story about?
My story is about a soldier who comes across an enchanted sword, and that's all I can say.
King Arthur, we've read it.
Yes. Yeah. So I just ripped some old medieval stuff when I did
He-Man?
it. Yeah.
He-Man? He has a magic sword?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He-Man. And then I think I let somebody know that there may or may not be a Dawson's Creek thing at the end of my story, but you have to buy the book to find out. So
that explains the Dawson's Creek chat in the comment in the Orange Cone Discord. You know,
yeah, I had to
just
keep it going.
I'm
trying to sell this book before it even starts. So
right.
Yeah,
well, I don't want to wait. I'll be honest. I don't want to wait.
It was just for you, Travis. Like when I was working on it, I was like, it would like really sell this Dawson's Creek. So I added that in there.
People want the creek. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. So that's my pitch on that right now.
Russ, do you have any Dawson's Creek in your anthology and Charm too?
No, but now I'm going to go back and have my wife add it in.
Yeah. See, that was the thing. Like I was like, I need Travis to notice me.
Right.
So I'm going to add some Dawson's Creek in there.
That's awesome.
Travis, do you have any Dawson's Creek in your anthologies?
Yeah, where's the Dawson's Creek anthology? Cthulhu and Dawson's Creek.
I would, Kevin Williamson, if you're listening, I would love to do Cthulhu Invades Dawson's Creek. Please let me know. I know, your Scream franchise would probably do better, but no, I'm going to stick with the Dawson.
Why?
Because it's the Dawson, man. That's the Dawson.
Can't wait to have Cthulhu face off against Vanderbeek.
Good Drake.
It'll just be that crying scene where Cthulhu comes and the creek is being destroyed and Dawson's destroyed.
Sun setting. He's come down.
Right. And Pacey dies and Joey still doesn't choose Dawson. Like, fuck you. So
Cthulhu invades Dawson's Creek.
All right, well, let's get these both in the chat so people can see these. So we'll get this out. So if you guys, this costs nothing, this one. Just go ahead and like it. Like it's super easy. Just go ahead and like it. And then we've got Charmed here, which I think is great.
Yeah, and this book's bigger than the first. The first one was 25 pages. This one's going to be over 30 pages. My wife couldn't stop writing, and I'm sitting there, and my wallet is just like.
You're like, I need someone to hire me to make another Kickstarter page, please. Thanks.
I'm like, Dan, hurry up, release Zombie Tramp.
What I love is once you find out that Russ does Kickstarter page, you can identify your pages. Like,
I use the same graphics, and I'll tell you this: it kind of makes me happy and sad at the same time. But some Kickstarters, I can't help the person out, and whoever they have do the Kickstarter afterwards, they say, "Can you duplicate these graphics or make them look like these graphics?" And they can't exactly get it, right. But they're close enough. They're close. So I just look at it. I'm like, this is kind of cool that they're mimicking my graphics, but at the same time, should I say that I'm not on this project?
Right.
Don't want that on the portfolio.
Yeah. So yeah, I do a lot. I do a lot of stuff other than just do the crowdfunding, but the crowdfunding stuff is definitely the bread and butter these days.
Nice. You make more in the crowdfunding stuff than you do IT now?
Yeah, I charge a flat rate. So I've heard a lot of people, they charge a flat rate and then a percentage at the end.
Which is crazy.
I just charge $300 to do the setup of the crowdfunding, whatever it is.
Right.
Just a flat rate fee. But then if I have to dress your books for the graphics and everything, because a lot of people just do that. They'll be like, hey, they got the pages turned and just add the logo and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, this is extra time. You've got 60 covers here. I've got to add logos to.
Right.
So that's not included. So
Right.
It was actually just updating a stretch goal for Dustin Burnell's book.
That's what I like about Jerome. Jerome does the Cthulhu one, does only the holiday spirit. So I like that everyone knows that I am not a graphic designer. Jay comes and reminds people when he does the campaigns.
Yeah. And I'll do stick, like if someone says, hey, I need ideas, I take an approach. So like if someone new has never done a crowdfunding campaign before and they say, hey, can you help me? I'll help anyone. And
Right.
as a matter of fact, two guys, they didn't hit like 2K. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not taking any money. You only had 3 covers. Was not a lot of graphics. Don't worry about it. Just to help them out, you know. And they were happy that they just made money.
Right.
And there's things that you have to understand, and simple things that I tell people. One, if someone does not click on your campaign, no matter how pretty it is inside, if they don't click on it, you're not selling anything.
Sure.
So your Kickstarter graphic, that the first image, that basically when you're scrolling through all the Kickstarter campaigns, that graphic has to make them stop and say, I want to check this out. So no, I tell people no text. The title is there. Don't put the title in the image. Let the image art draw the people into the Kickstarter.
Which is the recommendation from Kickstarter as well.
Yeah, make it hot, right? If someone's walking by a store window, and you know it's just a wall of text, right? No big deal. But if it's something that's hot and catches your eye, and you're like, oh wow, that's really pretty, I want to check out this store. So that's a big thing. And then the other thing is your goal. I see people put a $10,000 goal, or not you guys. I'm not speaking of you guys. You guys
Sure.
have an established backing, but people that have never done a Kickstarter campaign before, and they set a $10,000 goal because they see, example, guys like you doing it, right?
Sure.
You guys can do it because you have been doing this for many years. They haven't. They don't have an established backing. Comics are not a get-rich scheme. They're a get-poor scheme. So if you don't know what you're doing, you set a 10K goal, you get a week into that campaign, and people start scrolling through, and they see that you are at 1% of your goal. Even it's $1,000, but you're even at your 10%, $1,000 of a $10,000 goal, they're like, never going to hit it. Not even looking. Never going to hit it. So you have to set that goal to something that you can hit, whether that's 500 or 1,500. If all of my campaigns, most of my campaigns, are like 1,000%, 2,000%, 3,000%, because I set the goal at like $500 to 1,000, and I believe that the higher that percentage goes, the higher it goes in that algorithm for when you're scrolling up the live page, scrolling down the live pages on that campaign. Sure. So those are a couple things that I tell new people. It's important. I had a guy argue with me. He's like, "No, I'm not adjusting my goal. I'm leaving. I have to make $3,500." And I'm like, "It's your first campaign. Leave it there, okay?" And he is like at $900 or something like that now. Over 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, and I'm like, I tried to help you, but hey.
Well, I just backed my first crowdfunder. So we'll see what happens.
Nice.
I just backed your book, Russ.
Thanks, Travis. I appreciate it.
So I gotta go. We're gonna leave pretty soon because we've been on here for a bit. Not to cut you guys short, but we've exhausted because we were running a long campaign. I just put B's on everything, but Selby already did a B comic, so I lost my shot. True.
I just started following Blake's on Twitter, I think.
Oh, he's super fun. He's super fun.
Yeah.
Gets a little crazy sometimes if you're on his lives, but in a good way. So Abby.
Yes.
What do you like to draw? I've never asked you.
Like to draw?
Yeah. What is people? I like to draw this. This is something I like to draw. I like to draw these things.
Do like people actually have answers for that question?
Sometimes, yes.
Oh.
What do you not like to draw? Is that better?
Do you draw animals?
I do. I'll draw anything. Like I like the challenge. Yeah, no,
If you ask Marissa Pope only draws females. She doesn't like to draw guys.
Sure.
It's interesting.
I like the challenge. I like being able to I like when somebody's got like a really good idea that they're excited about that I can get behind, so that I can like do the research to like do that and bring what they're looking for to life. Like, so it's kind of hard for me to like specifically say what I like and don't like to draw. Okay. I don't like drawing cars.
Okay. So my car broke down in 4 dead bodies. Wouldn't have been that. Would that have been okay? Because it was one broke down car.
Oh no, that would have been fun. Because then you have to like think about like I could go into it. You should like questions. Yeah, but like the 3D of it and actually like thinking about like the rust and the color and stuff, like all of the like the break, like the actual broken down, like is it a rust break broken down or is it like an explosion from something broken down? Like there's so many like different things that you can think about with that.
Right.
Blake is asking if you were about to drop a webcomic.
She is about to drop a webcomic.
We're working on it.
Do we have a link?
My sister ended up in Disney World for 6 months, so it's on hold. But yes, we're working on a webcomic.
Do we have a link or anything to get people to pre-sign up?
No, because she zipped off to Disney World.
Like Florida? Well, you just visited her in Florida.
Yeah,
it's obviously Florida because you came here. Did you find seafood?
No, I did not. We ended up going to Disney World. So, yeah, we didn't get to the seafood. I know. Sorry. Sorry I couldn't tell you about it in great detail. I was really looking forward to that.
If people follow you at Color Wired, they will be updated with that, right?
Yes.
There you go.
Yep.
We're hoping because Disney will take all of the rights to your stuff if you publish while you're working for them. So
yes.
Yeah. So we decided to hold off on it until she filled her term. Nice. So yeah, she texted me about it. She was like, "Hey, we need to talk." And I'm like, "You're my sister. You can't break up with me. So what?" And she told me about the publishing thing, and I was like, "Okay, cool. We'll just wait until you get back." So we're having to push it back a little bit.
But soon.
Yes, soon. Nice. We're working on script stuff and everything. So
nice. Yeah. Well, I think that is going to wrap up everybody. We're going to go through everybody's campaigns again and let everyone go tonight, and we'll make sure include in something at some point very soon, Abby. I'm sure you'll be around. And Russ,
I'm always around.
Russ is already like I said, Russ is already colored for me. So he did the cover for Voodoo 4, which nobody got to see because it's for issue 4.
Ooh.
But he did the cover for Voodoo 4, which is early next year. So I mean, it's not that long, but early next year we'll talk about Russ and we'll give him his credit. And
did I saw that one?
It's the one with the angel, and we can show it.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show it. We can do that real quick.
Man, you guys have so much prep for that.
What's that?
You guys already have so much prep for it. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. We have I have 3 covers already. I have your cover.
Yeah.
Etienne did an amazing cover.
Yes.
And then we have this is the main cover. So we're pretty set. We're right now, like, we have an Orange Cone meeting to figure out what's our next project to go live, because we've got Expired and Voodoo Nation can both go. We have a book called Sing Along Comic that's about cottage cheese. That's that kind of does Russ's thing a little bit. You scan the QR code and there's a song. We have produced a song for this. It's a sing along comic.
It's all done.
That's
it's about cottage cheese. It's about my son. My wife wrote a song for my son about cottage cheese because he loves cottage cheese. And then we got to do that broke down trade because Jerome won't do it. Like Jerome.
No, I refuse.
I keep going like, hey, that's where we started. Like, don't you care about where we started? And he's like, I don't give a shit where we started. When's the next Holiday Spirits? And I was like, can I do things until December, please? Like,
it's just crazy.
Yeah.
There's so much. It's crazy because we have to choose which one we need to to do next, and there's still Coins of Judas #2 that we need to finish.
Right. Oh yeah, it's wild. And then I've got so many scripts to do that I can't seem to find any time to do, as well as my main job, web design. I got to do that eventually, to get money.
Well, you're actually not really allowed to do any more scripts for a while. So.
No, I have to, man. You don't even know. Where is this friggin' cover? Damn it. I'm going to lose my mind if I don't find it. All right, hold on. But while we're doing that, Abby, go to Charmed. Let me go to Charmed one more time, so you can tell us about it, Russ, while I look for this crazy cover. Is that cool?
Yeah, for sure.
I can actually show that main video if you'd like to. Is the main video okay?
Yeah, for sure. That's fine.
All right, let's play that real quick.
My wife and I made this song in GarageBand. This is where the Harry Potter part comes in, because there's 3 kids. My wife obviously wanted to make it 2 girls and 1 boy, instead of the Harry Potter of 2 boys and 1 girl. But basically, they're all gonna have an ability. To turn 4 books into a trade is easy. Once you have all the pages done for all 4 books, you just take the digital files and combine them into one PDF and print. That's the easy part. And that's actually what a lot of stores want. If you approach a lot of local comic book shops, I think they get a little bit nervous about indie creators, doing 2 issues and then bugging out or not being able to do books 3 and 4. So they want that trade. So that's what we're doing. We did books 1 and 2 this year. We're doing books 3 and 4 next year, and then we'll do the trade, hopefully in stores. But yeah, I put up 6 books from the first Kickstarter that people could, so they could do a catch up basically. Mm-hmm. And then Drax Gal, who does a lot of the Still Ill stuff, did the I Hate Fairyland and the Lucky Charms. Heather Antos is a editor for IDW. She edits Star Trek and Star Wars for IDW. She did that last cover. Greg Williams used to be a big name back in the 90s. He's done stuff in heavy metal. He did a book called stories called Animal Mystic in the Cry for Dawn anthology and heavy metal. So that's his cover there. I actually have that original art on
right
the
here.
Yeah.
Quick question for you on. So this was a Kickstarter last year?
No. So book 1 was a Kickstarter back in March of this year.
Yeah. So what have you seen for the people from Kickstarter coming over?
Not as many as I had hoped.
Sure, of course.
I only had one person one backer made a comment and said that he would not leave.
Okay.
And I have a feeling. I think what the snag is that it charges you right away. Right. I think that's the biggest snag, is that people want to wait till the end of the campaign to make sure they have the money in their bank, like they would for a Kickstarter.
Sure.
So I'm hoping that at the end we get a surge The other thing that I haven't done yet that I will do hopefully soon, I have to talk to Dan Mendoza, but Dan has agreed to do a cross promotion with his Zombie Tramp folks.
Mhm.
And Dan is already at like 700 backers or so, and over 100K for Zombie Tramp 58. But what we're going to do is I'm going to make an update on Zombie Tramp that basically says, hey, if you come over and back a physical tier for Charms 2, you'll be entered into a draw, and you back Zombie Tramp 58, you'll be entered into a drawing to get a sketch cover with a ballpoint pen sketch by Dan.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, obviously, it's to help me out, but at the same time, try to get some of Dan's backers over to Crowdfunder.
Right.
Yeah. So.
No, it looks great. Well, it's a cool campaign, and definitely check it out. We'll get it. I'll put it in the Substack and everything. Get that, and then we've got Abby. We got your book. Let's look at yours real quick. And to answer your question, Blake, you don't know Orange Cone the way we do things. For our Broke Down Trade, we're going to have a full issue's worth of extra stories done by various writers. And we're going to re-edit the whole book because Jerome is a better letterer now. Heather is a better editor now. And they just make me look better. I'm not better at all, but they are. So tell us about your He-Man Dawson's Creek crossover here. I'm excited.
Yeah, so He-Man jumps through a portal and starts attacking whatever the main character is from Dawson's Creek.
Dawson. He owns the creek, Abby.
And then Nathan Fillion,
right?
And Morena Baccarin come in, and they hate each other all of a sudden. And there's a sword, and then a lot of people just. It's wild.
That sounds wild.
Yeah.
And so we can follow this right now, right, and get all the updates. Because when is it launching? Did you say that?
I believe December 1st.
Okay, you said that about your webcomic as well. Is that just?
No, I didn't. I have not been talking about my webcomic at all.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, no. December 1st for the for Might Magic and Monster-in-Laws, I believe.
And you cheated on LK with this one, right?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. It was rough.
Okay.
It was rough, but also she cheated on me for Fangs and Foul Play, so
it's fair.
Yeah. But yeah.
I always feel that the way to solve cheating is just cheat with somebody else. I feel that is, tried and true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the deep guilt that I feel is much less deep.
Definitely two wrongs. Make it
comes from a long
there should
line
be a shirt. The deep guilt that I feel is much less deep.
Right.
Because I made a comic with somebody else instead of LK. Because also she's not here, so. But she does still message me at 1 a.m.
She's not even in the Discord, so she doesn't even know about Dawson's Creek.
Yeah. She has no idea.
No idea.
I'm sure that she would vote for Dawson's Creek, though.
Probably.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But thank you, Jay and Dawn and Russ and Abby for coming on for Creators Hangout tonight to celebrate the end of our campaign and to hopefully excite on your campaigns. You've got a little bit left. Charms is it's funded, right? Or does it still need a little bit?
Yeah, no, it's I only did 500. So it's funded. I'm just.
So it's funded. So you're going to get that book. I backed, what I liked about Crowdfunder too is I just backed number 1 right now. And I've had the safety of that, knowing that Russ said that it's going to turn into a store after. So once I get 1, I can get 2 right after. And he's got the money. Technically, if you wanted to, you didn't have to wait to the campaign. You could send it to me in the beginning of the campaign.
That was honestly the only reason you couldn't do that, right? Is if you hadn't made your stretch goals.
Okay.
But if you had the book printed already, if someone paid for it, you could essentially ship right away.
Yeah.
That's kind of it's kind of cool.
That's a great idea.
Cheating is a great lesson we learned from the creek. That is true, Blake. There's a lot of cheating and lessons to be learned on the Dawson's Creek. There is. In fact, true story, life story. I probably should share this, but I'm going to do it anyways. There's a scene in Dawson's Creek where the mom cheats on the husband, and the husband is future Flash, well, past Flash and future Flash, Jay Garrett. And she cries about it because she's upset that she got caught. And he looks at her and says, "You're not allowed to cry," very aggressively. And then the first time I got cheated on in high school, I, of course, said the same line. Instead of having real emotions, I just quoted Dawson's Creek,
Yes. Nice. I like it.
Because he aggressively was like, "You're not allowed to cry."
Listen, it's already written for you and it's perfect. Use it.
Right.
Why reinvent the wheel?
Right.
That's right.
Exactly. So I feel if you don't have real emotions, just steal them from TV, movies, or anything you like.
Yeah, pop culture.
Instead of really telling people how you feel, because they're professional writers and you're not. Let's be honest.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is my Dawson's Creek story for tonight. We're gonna play us out, and thank you guys for coming.
Thank you guys.
Where can anybody
Thanks,
find
Travis.
you? But if
Thank
you guys
you.
want to say where you find you, I don't normally do that. But where can people find you?
I'm
Ladies
everywhere.
first.
The Hive? I heard everyone's on the Hive.
Everyone's on the Hive. We're all
We all have the
Yeah,
hives
nice.
now. I'm at winning it, but
if I can get it
Eddie,
to load ever.
are you on Android? I heard that's a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, for me, it's just slow. I have a Samsung.
It's not gonna. I'm not gonna change my phone because of Hive, but that's good to know.
You should.
You should.
But it's super slow on my phone as well.
Yeah.
It loads slow on mine,
but
but it loads.
It's slow. It's three guys turning a crank. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's slow.
Yeah, I heard it's two devs and that's it. Hopefully,
Yeah.
they can get some of those Twitter dropouts to come on over and chip in.
But they have to have the money to hire them.
No, they just come over and the money will come eventually. We just get some
Yeah,
VCs
work for
involved.
exposure.
Yeah, work for exposure.
We'll give you a free account.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a bunch of people who worked for Twitter that are looking for jobs right now. So I'm sure they're open to give a hand.
Yeah, if any venture capitalists out there can just chip in some money to help Hive out, we all would appreciate it from the creative
We would.
community.
Yes.
They should just start charging for verification check marks.
Yeah.
Just gonna let it warm up for like 3 minutes. It's like a car if you're living in the north during the snow, right? You got to start it up, get your coffee, then go outside. When it's warm and heat it up before you go.
Scrape the ice off the back windshield.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just takes a minute. It's fun, but it's fine. No problem.
Well, if anybody is in Los Angeles, I'll be at Los Angeles Comic Con as a special guest this upcoming weekend, the 2nd through the 4th. I will be at G as in Great 30. So please come find me. I got a ton of amazing stuff, including some of those Virgin variants of Cthulhu Invades Wonderland from Orange Code Productions.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I'm hawking my Creators Edition of the original Holiday Spirits, which I think does that annoy you, Travis, that I always hawk that?
Yes, but that's fine.
You guys have such great regular covers, and I love those. I really do love a lot of the regular covers.
I love it so much. I sell it as soon as I can.
Yeah. So the creator one, I'm just like, pay me more for this one. But do come find me. The books are fantastic. I mean, really, that Virgin cover sells itself. People walk by, they're like, I want this. I'm like, just give me money and you can take it.
Awesome.
When you're in LA, wait till Marat is doing a live show on Whatnot and just fall into his table and be like, Russ said to do this.
All right.
And steal stuff too, like sleight of hand.
Steal all the DP books. All the gold DP books.
Sleight of hand. I don't. How many levels of sleight of hand did you take in character creation, Don?
And what?
Sleight of hand. It's a skill on your skill
I
tree.
know.
Yeah.
I have 0 sleight of hand ability. Yeah.
You have a high dex though, because you can fake it with a high dex.
I need some modifiers on
Okay.
my bracers in order to up my dexterity, and then I'll be able to stealthily rogue my way through the convention floor.
Or high charisma, you could lie about it.
Oh, that's
Yeah, there you
true. I think I'm good on the charisma, so we might be able to do this.
I'm excited to see how it pans out. Just let the cops know if you get arrested. Look, I'm working on my bracers. Like they're not.
I'm a special guest at this event, and I have bracers. Come on, Matt.
All right, I'm going to play the outro. You guys can hang out for a minute if you'd like. If not, good night. I understand it is 11:19 here, and whatever time it is at places who don't live in Florida. I don't know time other places.
Other places.
You don't need it. It's fine.
You're right.
Yeah.
Jerome, you're in Canada. That's a different time, right?
No,
Time doesn't work outside
it's
of-
not. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't make any sense.
We're in the same time zone. So
I
it's
know.
easy.
I do know that. I'm making jokey jokes. Holiday
Yeah,
jokes.
Yeah, but I need to be sure.
All right. Good night, guys.
Thank you.